Johann Banner, born Johann Banner, was an Austrian film and television actor. He is best known for his role as Master Sergeant Schultz in the situation comedy Hogan's Heroes. Schultz, constantly encountering evidence that the inmates of his stalag were planning mayhem, frequently feigned ignorance with the catchphrase, "I know nothing. I see nothing. I hear nothing." Early years: Banner was born to Jewish parents in Vienna, Austria-Hungary. He studied for a law degree at the University of Vienna, but decided instead to become an actor. In 1938, when he was performing with an acting troupe in Switzerland, Adolf Hitler annexed Austria to Nazi Germany. Banner emigrated to the United States, where he rapidly picked up English. World War II: in 1942, he enlisted in the United States Army Air Corps, underwent basic training in Atlantic City and became a supply sergeant. He even posed for a recruiting poster. He served until 1945. According to fellow Hogan's Heroes actor Robert Clary, John lost a lot of his family to the Holocaust. Acting Broadway Banner appeared on Broadway 3 times, in a musical revue called From Vienna, which ran for 2 months in 1939. And in 2 comic plays, Pastoral, in which he had a leading role, but which had a very brief run in November 1939. And The Big Two, which also ran briefly in January 1947. Early on, before he became fluent in English, he had to learn his lines phonetically. Films Banner appeared in over 40 feature films. His first credited role was a German captain in Once Upon a Honeymoon, starring Cary Grant and Ginger Rogers. He played a Gestapo agent in 20th Century Fox's Chetniks. The Fighting Guerrillas. His typecasting did not please him. He would later learn that his family members who had remained in Vienna all perished in Nazi concentration camps. But it was the only work he was offered. Banner himself was held briefly in a pre-war concentration camp. From the 1950s to Hogan's Heroes Banner made more than 70 television appearances between 1950 and 1970, including The Lone Ranger, Sky King, The Adventures of Superman Mr. Ed, Thriller, The Untouchables, My Sister Eileen, The Lucy Show, Perry Mason, The Partridge Family, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, Alias Smith and Jones, The Man from UNCLE, and Hazel. In the late 1950s, a still slim Banner portrayed Peter Tchaikovsky's supervisor on a Disneyland anthology series about the composer's life. This followed a scene with fellow Hogan's Heroes actor Leon Oskin as Nikolai Rubinstein. In 1953, he had a bit part in the Kirk Douglas movie The Juggler as a witness of an attack on an Israeli policeman by a disturbed concentration camp survivor. In 1954, he had a regular role as Bavaro in the children's series Rocky Jones, Space Ranger. 2 years later, he played a train conductor in the episode Safe Conduct of Alfred Hitchcock Presents, appearing with future co-star Werner Klemperer, who played a spy. He played Nazi villains in several later films, The Germantown Mayor and The Young Lions 1958. Rudolf H. Paragraph SS in Operation Eichmann. And Gregor Strasser in Hitler. The year before the premiere of Hogan's Heroes, Banner portrayed a soldier in the World War II German Home Guard in 36 Hours. Although it was a non-comedic role in a war drama, Banner still displayed some of the affable nature that would become the defining trait of the character he would create for television the following year. By coincidence, during the final moments of 36 Hours, John Banner's character meets up with a border guard played by Sig Ruman, who had portrayed another prisoner of war camp chief guard named Sergeant Schultz, in the 1953 film Stalag 17, starring William Holden. In 1968, Banner co-starred with Werner Klemperer, Leon Oskin and Bob Crane in The Wicked Dreams of Paula Schultz. According to Banner in a newspaper interview, before he met and married his French wife Christine, he weighed 178 pounds. He claimed her good cooking was responsible for his weight gain to 260 pounds, as of 1965. This helped gain him the part of the kindly, inept German prisoner of war camp guard in Hogan's Heroes. Banner was loved not only by the viewers, but also by the cast, as recalled by cast members on the Hogan's Heroes DVD commentary. The Jewish Banner defended his character, telling TV Guide in 1967, "Schultz is not a Nazi. I see Schultz as the representative of some kind of goodness in any generation." After Hogan's Heroes was cancelled in 1971, Banner starred as the inept gangster Uncle Latzie in a short-lived television situation comedy, The Chicago Teddy Bears. His last acting appearance was in the March 17, 1972, episode of The Partridge Family. He then retired to France with his Paris-born second wife. Death: less than 1 year after moving back to Europe, while visiting friends in Vienna, John Banner died from an abdominal hemorrhage on his 63rd birthday. He was survived by his wife Christine. They had no children. See also, Biography Portal. References, Notes. External links: John Banner at the Internet Movie Database, John Banner at the Internet Broadway Database, John Banner at Find a Grave, Banner in the 1942 recruiting poster.